they need to snowball, they need to win the lanes, and effectively just crush through the map and force NIGMA onto their side of the map at all times.
To be able to deal with the Naga Siren, and I'm not convinced a tri-lane is going to fix those issues, but we'll see. Miracle already takes a fair amount of damage here and could be chased down. As Kuro, well, he's going to do what he can. Miracle's going to try and cut through the trees. Of course, that is Train Protector. You're not going to be able to get away from him, and that will be your first blood.
Same scenario here, and it makes GH, it just activates his hero, right? Because he doesn't need, he doesn't provide too much. Hold up, Weeha's getting going on.
Well, he's going to stretch that coil to its limits, and he's going to try and dodge the orb. Still gets hit by it. Setsu's not able to quite finish him off, but he has jumped on him with the silence. Weeha's still tanky enough. He can survive through a couple more hits. He's going to try and hide away the trees, but he knows Setsu. He roots him out and jumps away to his orb. Very nice kill there. Fly is actually going to challenge Kuro here, and he's going to win that challenge for sure, especially with the living armor on him, and Kuro dies.
Oh man, that's rough, because this is the hero. If there's something that can deal with the Naga that actually gets ahead and secures you the game, it's going to be the Slark.
Miracle will play around mid because it's a nice place to play as an Naga Siren, right? You just push out a wave, then go default jungle for a little bit. You don't feel any pressure of being ganked this close to your tower and being that tanky of a hero, 1200 HP.
And it's the good side kill.
That kind of rotation to defend it in mind control. He gets the tower, and I'm not even sure if he's going to be that upset if he dies here. Setsu TPing in behind him onto the outpost that was still controlled by the Dire, and so sure enough, he does die.
Dude, Setsu's playing out of his mind right now. You have you don't really have great answers to this massive team fight of NIGMA. Ensure you can try and outlive them, right? They're lacking sustained DPS. If you can survive the burst, you've got tree armor, you got a swap out, you've got a wisp that can mech you while tethered. There's just so many options to keep yourself alive if you just don't immediately get 100 zeroed.
Setsu already leading off on Weeha as he enters the vision. They're going to lead off with a song, so this is going to be NIGMA, their first real offensive blitz. Can they actually catch multiple heroes here with a black hole? They're going to be able to grab both of them. Black Wind and Super are stuck. They don't have a cancel, especially with telekinesis tossing him back into the black hole. The two supports, the support and the off lane are already dead. And Setsu, he's going to get caught as well. He gets blown up.
Oh, he bought back in.
He's actually going to buy back and try and catch these heroes with the coil out. GH almost dead, but no, he doesn't actually manage to get it off. Miracle's getting quite low. Overgrowth out. Here comes a relocate as well. Shift attack, and that's enough to finish off the carry of NIGMA. Yes, a big win by NIGMA, but RNG invest in making sure they control the tempo of this game. The BKB is complete for mind control as well.
They just have so much spam, especially with that stolen orb on Rubik. So GH is able to constantly provide vision to the pit.
Okay, they see the Train Protector. They're going to lead off on him. They already have the chain, so they're going to be able to bring him down quite easily. And Roshan is low. There's a buyback on the tree. Monet, he's making sure that NIGMA don't both of them to swap over, cancels that very quickly. Monet into the back line, trying to trap down GH as long as possible. Miracle wants to be able to burn him out as quick as possible with the diffuse blade, but he's going to be able to finish off Kuro first. Without that, the song is actually up here, so he can reset this fight as he's being chased away, but GH is going to lose his line to Setsu first. Back farther up, they stopped chasing the Naga Siren and went instead for mind controls. NIGMA, doesn't actually get caught there. Oh, Miracle, are you serious? Miracle's going to try and do a sneaky little play here. He's going to try and snatch up a Roshan if he can, but Setsu spots him. He's still going to go for it. Yo, Miracle, you're crazy if you're still thinking you're going to go for it here. Silence up, pounce. Okay, now he's going to have to try and use the song for the toss over the side. The toss in the air is just enough. That last shot from Setsu. It wasn't a Maelstrom proc, so Naga Siren does live.
Man, what is it with these teams in the tinies, man? I've seen too many times people being tossed into their own demise.
Weeha goes in and he doesn't get it. The Aegis is picked up by Monet, as is the Roshan kill. NIGMA.
Yeah, it's just, it's looking good for RNG. This is what they've shown all tournament. Haven't really been challenged in the event thus far, and looking good in this game. But remember, it's NIGMA Naga. You're one mistake, one overextension away from a critical error.
It's always a little bit hard to hit those Aghanim pounces, but now locked down by an overgrowth. Miracle's finally going to be forced into that song, but this is where Setsu comes in. With the BKB, he knows he can just hold on to the coil and deal with Miracle at his leisure. BKB for a short while, so we'll see if that costs him anything as Weeha continues to go for his very aggressive, risky, you know, he's just trying to cut creep waves and bring people back. 7-26, a 15K gold lead, but it doesn't feel like a very large gold lead just because the threat of NIGMA coming back off one team fight. That team fight's certainly not going to be happening around Kuro. NIGMA have no problems cutting those ties with their captain. That much trouble in that situation, right? As long as Weehaw cuts the creep waves, well, the illusions can be sent out and deal with the creeps that are inside the base, and eventually RNG is going to deal with backdoor protection.
Yeah, it's timing.
Looks like a couple creeps got snuck in there, and they're gonna swap back out of my control. That's a massive kill with no BKB. He quickly falls. He does have a buyback, another swapping from Flywin. It's gonna be able to catch GH. Huge lot of priority on that hero, but they do have the two buybacks coming in, especially with the song. Can NIGMA set this up correctly though? Monet still had his BKB. He was able to pop it out, swap back onto my control once again. But this time around, no Dream Qual, and Flywin's gonna die for that swap back. Now a toss over as well. They're gonna be able to catch September. September is gonna use the overgrowth and run the other direction. Can he actually get out of here into the trees? TP's out. Bye-bye, September. You know, closing out the game essentially, right? With no buyback on Enigma, and this is what the whole lineup's about. Is that black hole? Okay, Coil onto one. Miracle immediately goes for the song. BKB activated by Zetsu, and he's doing so much damage. Kuro's definitely going to be dying here. Miracle, the stun finally wears off, and Mind Control popping his BKB. Thought he was going to go for the black hole or something, but blinks away instead. And Miracle died. He's going to be okay, but Mind Control still shot. Okay, the swap from GH was that?
Yeah, it was.
And Mind Control might be able to live. As a result, GH gives them a little bit more distance to work with. Now the Meteor Hammer is going to land on a Weehaw, so they at least get that core kill. But Mind Control, if he died with no buyback, like
that was crazy from GH. My God, from that orb location, or he would have caught the damage and immediately died. But no, blinks out in time, and what a game so far. RNG still looking to close this out. No BKB on Enigma. They've just got to find that kill.
RNG, they've played a great game so far. Very clean, very few mistakes, and they're in the best position they've been all game to finally end this barracks. They have the Aegis and Cheese off Slark, so dying there is not that big of a deal. But Miracle's coming in for the side, going straight for September, trying to deal with one of the black hole threats. But Miracle immediately has two cores. But the black hole comes in on the three. Toss it as well, but the swap finally stops it. But the group of so many heroes, September's already dead. But Miracle then at half health. Monet just does not let him get away. Song of Siren going off. Miracle still stuck in that pounce, and the leaks last a long time. He's still stuck. That toss doesn't allow you to be able to get away. Miracle, can he get out? While Monet, he pounces on forward, ignores Curls. He wants Miracle. They need to be able to get him out of here. Swap for swap. GH does it once again. He does manage to lock down Super. Miracle turns on him, but the Aeon is going to be able to protect him for the time being. The phase shift attack going out. Zetsu locking down Miracle. He wants to be able to chase him down with that orb, and he's almost dead too. Miracle managed to dodge a little bit more. Can he get back to the fountain? No, because the overgrowth locks him down, and that is it. NIGMA down with 5. No buybacks, and RNG looking like beasts here at playoffs.
Unbelievable. You see that level 25 talent? EL, typically one of the hard counters to Huskar. You have no real illusion clear. Now with the AoE disarm pushback, it's a bit better. Enigma's actually tri-laning top to ensure Miracle gets total free farm.
Well, that sounds like classic NIGMA at this point, but Sensu is already pushing the pace against this Huskar, and as they said, this is a 9th pick Huskar, not last pick, and we are going to have our early first blood. Miracle was able to eventually trap down September.
Strong laner, can't really farm jungle effectively, and once Monet starts running at him, he's in big trouble. Flywin.
Well, chase down once again. He had a great laning phase last game as the off-lane Vengeful Spirit.
Especially this game, he was left on an island. He was completely alone. You'd hardly ever see that nowadays.
And Static Storm and Kinetic Field laid out as they do see that relocate coming in. But yeah, heavy commitment. They really want to finish off September. The Aphotic Shield and the swap. Really good play by RNG to make sure they get out. But Miracle's building up some stats on a fly when GH does manage to get the relocate back out. So nobody dies on the side of RNG, but neither does GH.
That was really scary though. Enigma hard committed there. And the problem is when you use all those spells, there's nothing to stop the push now. You already have a Helm Dom up on Flywin, so you've got that regen creep along with a ton of pressure you can output thanks to the Lena right clicks plus the Abaddon Curse.
Hey, it's perfect for RNG, right? They grouped up and they have every right to go and challenge an objective, seeing as you use those big ultimates. But it looks like they may not actually get that objective so easily. Flywin's going to be chased down by NIGMA, and now, well, Super's going to stand and fight and see if he can get the silence off on Weehaw, but as his borrowed time fades away, he's got to back up.
And I like this. Even though they're a bit outmatched thus far, NIGMA's still making good plays. We saw RNG and Geek Fam do this in the group stage, where, yeah, yeah, sure, you lost your Darkseer bottom. He's going to have a lot of trouble with Disruptor PL this entire game, but they immediately make a move on mid where there's exposed heroes.
They're going to glimpse him back inside that kinetic fields, and with the Laguna blade almost enough, but the disarm goes out. Setsu, can he land the last couple of shots he needs? No, certainly not. Miracle's now on top of him, and Super doesn't have any life to be able to give more orthotic shield, so Setsu's going to be run down as well. 2 dead, make it 3 as September is going to be chased down by Miracle with leisure. 3 dead, 8 to 10, and all of a sudden things. NIGMA will spot that with a scan, and they're actually going to rotate in turn and see if they can catch those people trying to invade their jungle, and that's going to be Flywin. Just a speedy little fish is going to be able to latch onto him pretty quickly as he uses the pounce towards the tail end of that really nicely, burns him out of his mana. Now Super is going to be caught in trouble as well. Borrow time heals up the full, but they still have plenty of disables to lay down onto him. But Setsu, Miracle's low. Can they actually burst him down? The mech comes in real quickly. Nice heal up, and Setsu had no chance of being able to burst him down. Super actually left to be able to burn out while Setsu chased down underneath his shrine and dies. The glimpse back, the Winter's Curse that was laid out on Super earlier now may allow NIGMA to catch up to him. I love the fact that they just focused on that core Lina first. The pounce forward from Miracle spots him with that Surge. Dude, Surge Onslaught just looks crazy.
You asked why they picked Darkseer, Cap. Here's why.
Doppelganger over to the other side. Monet has the clumsy net that latched onto him. That's the real Phantom Lancer, and Miracle knows it too, but they do manage to get that glimpse back. So he's not able to stay on top of the Phantom Lancer. Now with the buybacks, RNG are going to try and turn, but look at NIGMA holding that high ground, saying, we know you're still not strong enough to fight into us. As long as we hold the high ground here, we have the advantage.
That Ion Shell equalizes the Slark versus PL matchup. Weehaw was in the pit the entire time.
They're just trying to do Roshan that entire time. So now it means that there was no way for RNG to get to that part of the map fast enough.
Straight back in. Remember, if you surge the Slark, you get wisp pasted too.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to make their jump. Sure, they managed to get the glimpse back, but now Weehaw's turn to be able to jump on a Setsu and take him out of the fight. Monet trying to deal with these heroes. The vacuum group up of 3, but there's no AoE that's able to capitalize on that. But Monet in the back line, he tried to do what he could to juke it out with his doppelganger illusions, but he just couldn't do enough. Now Super's going to be slowed down with these 2 cores dead. They know NIGMA, they can run the full gambit here. They can chase down anybody of RNG. They want to tier 3s and tier 4s be damned, because if there's no Lina and there's no Phantom Lancer, there's no bite on the RNG team.
The problem with the Lina pick, right? It's this, we talked about, how do you beat RNG's lineup in this game? You just have to run at them. You know, if Lina and Disruptor don't have the luxury of being able to position themselves in the back lines, they're so squishy. You can see Miracle is threatening him even though Setsu is in range of his tier 4s.
Yeah. It basically looks like it's like the same range as the Aghanim's Pounce. Miracle has that kind of distance to be able to close. They glimpse back onto Weehawk, but immediately the Cold Embrace and the vacuum. Okay, Kinetic Field with the Static Storm. That's going to be able to hit 3 heroes, but where's the follow-up? Especially with the Winter's Curse, guarding some of these heroes away. They can't walk through that area, so they can't get into that Static Storm exposed part of NIGMA. And now RNG, they've just walked too far. Swap back. Okay, Flywin's going to be able to save Setsu here, but maybe at the cost of his own life. Miracle does get glimpsed a little bit farther away, but still enough to be able to stay on top of Flywin, especially with Weehawk committing a little bit farther, but the Aphotic Shield and Mist Coils manage to keep him alive. Now NIGMA, now it's their turn to be a little bit too far forward. A swap back on a mind control. There's an easier target to be able to bring down, but the offlaner for offlaner, that's a tie, but Miracle, he wants a little bit more. He's going to go for Super Magic Wand. That's going to be able to heal him up as well as borrow time, but what about Setsu? What about Setsu? But he managed to get the LSA onto Miracle. Miracle still keeps on going because he's relying on GH to give him all those heals, and they can't really commit to Miracle because he still has that second life.
God, the damage done numbers have got to probably favor RNG, but it just doesn't matter. NIGMA have so much sustain. Huskar Slark so tanky with the Wyvern and a Wisp behind them. Look at Kuro. He's never threatened. He can casually just survey the battlefield like Tywin Lannister. No threat ever because you can't get on top of him.
And RNG, they're doing a good job of like resetting off of these situations, but no, he just TP'd into death. Oh, RNG, if you weren't flustered before, you certainly are now. Is they're going to call the GG here.
That's the Dota I'm talking about, Cap. None of this slow shit. Get going. Take RNG. Say, if you want to fight us, we'll take it in the mouth and hit back. I love it.
How does AA do against Huskar? Oh, it is a safe lane Huskar.
Yeah, they mix it up with the last pick TA.
But without the trees to the left, you can see he's just playing in the burned out forest, and there's nothing you can do to get on top of him.
Super got caught by the kinetic field, and that could be your first blood up at Fairy Fire. The last shot comes in from GH. Still though, Monet can't quite get the kill on mind control either. I don't think he's going to be able to lock him down unless he runs into a Sunstrike, but this was not the Sunstrike you wanted.
That's typically with a Radiance build. Is that really going to be something you'll be able to get away with here?
Control is going to be trapped down. The attack speed combination there was just too much. Miracle body blocked up just enough underneath the tower. Now they're going to be able to cold snap in as well, with Setsu laying in all that physical damage and Super joining in. Thank you very much.
I really, again, I just love this. I love this Maelstrom pickup. This is so cool. Also, you have damage amp thanks to the AA. Why not, right? And double
they
TP.
want to fight for this one, as after all, Doom was behind Monet, managed to get off the Doom onto him, but the Rage also went out, so it slowed Mind Control being able to catch up to Monet and do some of this damage. They're going to be able to glimpse him back, though, and that's going to be a big one. But what a meteor into the Deafening Blast, knocking out at least one hero, but two are low. That's going to be the Huskar falling as well. Mind Control actually gets clipped there, but the Sunstrike coming in, he's going to take out from the Ice Blast. September and Setsu.
Mind Control's going to pick up drums in just a second. Miracle's Deso has arrived.
Oh, Setsu, awkward position, is going to be disarmed here, so that physical damage he could have maybe brought down Weehaw is not going to be used, but with the Ice Blast coming in, Weehaw is going to be dangerously low. Can Super do it by himself? He can! The support reigns supreme, but it's still a 1-for-2 trade-off.
Deep, you've got traps everywhere. All of a sudden, it looks like NIGMA have control of almost everywhere but that bottom half of the map, and they're running for it right now, Smoke.
And a re-smoke straight into the triangle area. They're bound to run into somebody here. The smokes are going to break. They see the back line. They're going to go for the Ancient Apparition. Quick two-shot. That's easy. But in the back line, Monet and Super do manage to execute at least the Disruptor over to the right-hand side. The win by Miracle, but they do have the Ice Blast coming in. It's all worth it if they can get this kill. Miracle's taking a lot of damage from Setsu. Deafening Blast, but it's not quite enough. It's ticking, but the refraction's up. And now any hope of getting that kill is gone.
And that's what it's going to be all game. This is why that TA last pick makes so much sense, because if you can kill the AA, all of a sudden Weehaw's free to wreak havoc. You're not going to kill him without Ice Blast.
And Miracle, oh, look at this. They're actually going to go right back for this fight because they're going to help out Kuro as best they can. The Ice Blast coming in. Okay, a lot of heroes do manage to get away from that one, but Miracle actually going in, almost already killing Flywin, and Mind Control will help deal with them. Back over to Miracle, who's stuck up on that high ground. Well, it doesn't matter. He's already won the fight for his team as Weehaw goes in to be able to finish off September. The Meteor on top of Miracle. Yes, Setsu is getting a little excited. Miracle stuck on the trip. Yes, but you can't deal with Weehaw. He's got to get away from him. He does have the Ghost Walk up, and they've got no vision.
Really scaling like Miracle is because they haven't itemized for it.
They have zero answer. Miracle, man. They keep on running. RNG is like, oh, they're doing Roshan. Oh, they're doing a Roshan. Let's run to the Roshan pit. But that's where Miracle strikes his trap every single time. He's waiting for an opportunity to get more hero kills. And now, Monet, he could still be chased away. He does have, he doesn't actually have his rage. He may be stuck here. He does have the Albert to be able to slow down this damage, but it's not enough. He was not a healthy man. Back over. Oh, Jesus, they got him. Aegis on the ground. Setsu get there in time. Kuro wants to be able to protect this. Of course, he's going to be able to finish him off. Get inside the pit, get inside the pit, get there in time. Miracle, he tries to slow down, but the kinetic field, he denied it. Oh, Setsu. Oh, the spiteful last middle finger to NIGMA before he goes down.
I love this series so far, Cap. These two teams evenly matched, going toe-to-toe. I love watching them play. Miracle, Mike.
A little bit of vision. No, Ice Blast is going to land, but Monet really wants to take this fight once again. He has that Halberd. He sees that Mind Control's low. Halberd on a Miracle, focusing on Mind Control, but Weehaw's right in the middle of this, and let's go straight for Super. Trying to lock down that support, but the support into the trees. They don't see him anymore. A big nuke coming out from Flywin, but it's not enough to get any kill. They've lost their support now. They've got to back away, but Flywin, there's always going to be that glimpse to be able to pull you back in. Two dead on the side of RNG in the full retreat. They thought they were strong enough, but they were wrong. Sunstrike on out. Kuro plays the distance. He knows not to overcommit. Lets his team pick up the kills that he set up for.
They're just playing this fight so well on NIGMA. Has a second item for staff.
Yeah.
Because no one else was really capable of doing it under the circumstances.
I mean, they just got to keep away from Monet at all costs, get you out of the Meteor, incoming blast, but it's Setsu who has a blast, the Static Storm, who's going to be caught inside. Position in an interesting spot in the trees here. Deals some of the vision. They know where Setsu is. Mind Control wants to be able to fight him. He's going to be able to get him with the Doom. Can Super somehow save him? He's not even going to try. Instead, he latches onto Monet because they killed Miracle.
There were 4 heroes on Miracle, and Setsu just kind of, tactically blinking into a force choke in the side, stuck in the trees.
Okay, we're going to lead off with the Dual Scepter into the Static Storm. They're going to deal with the Wisp first. They try to helping hand from Fly, and he does help out and takes him out. He is actually very tanky. He's going to be living long enough to be able to get off his mech. They have to focus on him so much that it looks like the rest of RNG could get away, but there's always going to be the glimpse and kinetic fields they have to worry about, and RNG might try and turn. With the duel, they're going to go for Weehaw here. September and Monet helping out with the damage. Is going to be enough. Weehaw living those items.
Disarm.
Those damn tier 3 items allowing to live through. Infest pop out. Weehaw's healing up, and now he's turning on a Flywind. Ancient Apparition is trying to help out. They glimpse him back in. Super actually detaches himself from Monet as a result with a buyback coming out from Miracle, wiping through RNG. Now RNG have definitely lost that fight. Triple kill for Mind Control.
Just fading in a few moments, but he'll have the BKB to slot in immediately. He's got to be cautious, though. If they were able to find him with a duel, maybe...
Whoa, that's what? He just showed himself. Miracle, God. I know he was going to show himself in a second there.
He needs a plate mail or something soon.
Well, the pick off like that. Time to go high. Oh, immediately the duel on the Ancient Apparition is coming over the ice. Coming out of place. Miracle's dead. He's gone. 2 minutes out of the game at RNG. They look for more. They have to be careful, though. Flywind, his duel is back up. So if they try another play like Mind Control did, it could just start bleeding some heroes skills, and that's going to be with the Static Storm, Meteor, and the Cataclysm. It's all going to be enough to be able to get that kill. He does have a buyback. 20 seconds up for the Templar Assassin. RNG can get this lane of barracks and get out scot-free.
Wow. In a firm position in the game. They know as well. This time it's NIGMA with the buyback advantage. They've got it up.
Oh, they ran into Setsu, and that's going to be that Yul into Aghanim, Static Storm, and Setsu. He's going to have a helping hand from Flywind. They're also going to use the duel on him. They recognize this Invoker is everything to RNG. Now they can try and deal with the rest of the Monet with the duel on him. They're going to be able to win that one, and Miracle's not here. He can't do it by himself, surely. Or maybe he can. He does have the Aegis. He does have that Halberd. He's going to be enough to be able to force him back. And with that Aghanim Scepter, he's going to be able to chase Monet. Weehaw staying alive on just like 500 HP. But RNG can't afford to turn fight back. Now that Miracle's here, they're going to try and get away with that invest. The pull back on a September should be able to get that kill at least.
Caps, there's no creep wave, though, because the Invoker actually had Forge Spirits pushing mid, so
they know Invoker does not have buyback for 3 minutes. Yep. They should know this timing. That's why they're immediately going to pounce. Weehaw diving in deep. Already lost his Aegis in September. Well, he does manage to get the Ice Blast before he dies. The bash up on Miracle. He needs to be able to get off another round of fraction. See ahead of Monet. He's going to be okay for now. Thanks to the Halberd. Flywind. Meanwhile, stuck in the middle of nowhere with the Static Storm on top of him. The push back. Monet, and right inside of that, he's dead. He immediately buys back. Flywind's going to do the same. A 3 versus 5.
They're so
Can RNG pull this out? Weehaw is already a little bit low. Actually managed to pop the cheese. He also has Satanic as well, but he needs to be able to right-click to do that. He needs to start right now. He can't actually get it off. One more hit with the bash. He managed to finish him off. No buyback there. A duel in it as well. Kuro's going to fall, and that means Mind Control and Miracle are out. Yeah, he can swap away some of those tier 3 items. There's also Refresher. Setsu. Going to find Kuro here. Kuro. And he has the gem, so he doesn't really want to die here. And they did manage to get the Doom on to Setsu. That's a massive kill, especially with the glimpse back. Should be assured unless Super can get him out of here, and he does.
He's got buyback to an Invoker, but that was huge. They're going to trade the relocate for the Doom. You'll take that all day, and the Static Field wasted.
Static Storm is well being wasted. Flywind, if he can find the right kind of duel, and he does. He finds it onto Weehaw with the Ice Blast coming in. They're going to be able to catch him out and maybe blow him up with the Abyssal Blade. Everyone from NIGMA, they're retreating because he does have buyback, but the Tornado does manage to catch Kuro on the side here. If they got another kill, it'd be really good.
Pretty solid item pickup here, especially if you can get that onto Miracle. He's still a lot of the damage output of this NIGMA lineup.
GH, Abyssal bladed up. Thanks to the rage, Monet almost finishes off the Tornado, and just a little bit of Sunstrike action. Okay, they do manage to get that kill. Buyback from him, but they want the buyback out of Weehaw. That's what RNG is really looking for right now. But NIGMA aren't going to do that until they see an opening here where they can initiate. Look at that damage just flowing in from Monet.
There it is.
Tier 3. Okay, there's going to be our opening onto Monet. Super doesn't have a way to be able to protect him here. Oh, the Ice Blast coming in. Weehaw trying to finish him off. He does manage to get the relocate back out with the duel onto Kuro as well. They finish him off. Immediately buybacks. 2 of them coming out from NIGMA, and the relocate coming back into this very soon. Mind Control now going down as well. Ready to do a Deafening Blast, pushing them all in. Their Stroh slowed down. Miracle's trying to get away, but it's done forward onto Weehaw. Trying to lock him down. The Sunstrike onto Miracle. Almost enough to finish him off. Back into Weehaw, but now he's dead with no buyback. Miracle chased down by a Tornado.
They're going to have to all in here, but as you can see, there's just no damage anymore from the TA. He's not dealing enough DPS.
RNG, mega secured. Gonna go for the throw, go for the tier 4s. And NIGMA, they're gonna have to scramble for this one. They don't have the Static Storm just yet. They don't have an Overgrowth. They do have the Doom. They're gonna use that on Monet, yes, but Super, it's just gladly healing him up. Miracle's gonna try and do some damage. There goes the Cataclysm and the Deafening Blast. Kuro on the right, he's already dead. Miracle's gonna have to limp back. He pops his BKB. He knows he has to fight here. He can't take time to heal. He's identifies Setsu, yes. Maybe he can actually lock him down, but he doesn't have any disables to do so. Now Mind Control gets ripped apart by Monet, as will the Throne. And then RNG will take down NIGMA, and we'll head to the upper bracket finals.